sum of a natural number and its positive square root is 132, right? So let the natural number which is starting from 1, right? Let the natural number is equal to x, right? If the natural number is x, then as given to you into the question, its positive square root is nothing but root over of x, because when taking the square root of any number we are having two values, plus and minus, so we have taken only the positive one. So this is the positive one, root x. So as per the condition given into the question, it's given that number, sum of number plus its positive square root is 132. You need to find the number. This is the data is given to into the question, right? So the number, as we have already assumed it as x, right? So we can write it here in place of number as x, right, plus its positive square root. The positive square root, that means we have already mentioned root over x, so that will be root over of x. So this is coming as 132. Now we need to find the number, right? So here students, you can see, you can calculate it, but here I will suggest you that rather than going directly, just assume root x, this root x, as equal to y, right? If this is assumed as y, then we can write the above equation as root x whole square plus root x minus 132 is equal to 0, right? This will give you root x whole square, that means y square, because we have assumed root x as y, right? So here what we will write, y square plus y minus 132 is equal to 0, right? Now you can see this 132, we will use the splitting the middle term, and this 132 can be broken into two parts, that can be written as 12 into 11. 12 into 10 times is 120, and again 1 times is 12, so it will be 132, right? So we can write the above equation by splitting the middle term as y square plus 12y minus 11y minus 132 is equal to 0, right? Now here you can see, from here y can be taken as common, and we have y plus 12, and from the last two numbers we can take minus 11 as common, and we have y plus 12, right? Now here you can see y plus 12 is common into both, right? So we can write y plus 12 into y minus 11 is equal to 0, right? This will give you, when you equate y plus 12 equal to 0, this will give you y equal to minus 12, right? And when you equate y minus 11 equal to 0, this will give you y equal to plus 11, because it's given that the sum of number and its positive square root. So the positive square root of minus 12 would not be possible, right? So we will leave the value of y as minus 12, right? So what we will take? We take y as 11. But 11 is not your answer. Why? Because we have the natural number which we have assumed is x, and root x is equated with y. So what we will do, since y equal to 11 is equal to root x, and we need to find the value of x, right? So what we will do, since y equal to 11, which is calculated, which is equal to root x, so we can say that, squaring both the sides, we get the value of x, right? So this will give you the value of x as, tell me, 11 square, which is nothing but 121. So your answer is 121. So this is the natural number which, when added with its square root, positive square root, right? This is the natural number which, when added with its positive square root, it will give you 132, right? If you want, you can check the answer. How? This number x is 121, and 121 plus a square root of 121 is 11. So 121 plus 11 will give you 132. So that means our answer is perfectly correct. Our answer is perfectly correct. So in this way, students, we can solve such questions. So this is a question from quadratic equation, okay, and it's very easy. I'm just recollecting the steps. The number and its positive square root is given as 132. The sum of the number and its positive square root is given as 132. We need to find the number. So let the natural number as x. If the natural number is correct, just assumed as x, then what will happen? The square root of this x will be root over of x, right? Now this number plus its positive square root will be x plus root x, which is equal to 132. Now to make the calculation easier, we can go ahead with this one, but when we remove the x root of this, it will be 132 square, like that. So this will be a tedious. So rather than that, what we assumed root over x as equal to y. Here you can see, when root x is assumed as y, then the above equation x plus root x equal to 132 is just simplified as root x square plus root x minus 132 equal to 0, because root x square will be nothing but x, right? So in this way we have the equation into the form of y instead of x, because we have assumed root x as y. So here y square plus y minus 132 is equal to 0, and when you just split the middle term, and when you take the factors of 132, 12 and 11 are the two factors, right? And you can see the product of 12y and minus 11y will be equal to minus 32y square, right? That is the product of first and last term. So in this way, this y can be written as 12y minus 11y. So from the first two term, when y is taken as common, we have y plus 12. And from the last two terms, when minus 11 is taken as common, we have y plus 12. Now that means y plus 12 and y minus 11 are the two factors of the above quadratic equation, which will give you the value of y as minus 12 and y as 11, right? But since the square positive square root of the natural number will not be coming with y equal to minus 12, that's why we have ignored this value and we have taken the value of y equal to 11 as the only one, right? If y equal to 11, that means y is assumed for root x, right? So that's why root x equal to 11, and just to eliminate the square root, what we did, we just square both the LHS and RHS here. You can see when you square it, root x will be changed into x, and 11 square will be coming as 128, 121. So in this way we have calculated the number, the natural number, which is just added with its square root to give you 132, and we have checked the answer because x is 121. Just put it over here, 121 plus root over of 121 is 11. When you add it, you will get the RHS as 132, right? In this way this question is solved. So students, I will always say, just try to build up the concept and try to solve the multiple questions based upon the various topics or based upon your understanding. Unless and until you solve different types of question and numerous questions on the same topic, you will not be able to build your concept, right? So thank you so much for watching. Just be connected. Happy learning. Take care. Bye bye students. See you. Good night.